But what exactly does the narcissist mean when they speak the words, I love you? Does love really have anything to do with it at all to the narcissist? As human beings, we are all born having basic needs required for survival, as well as internal desires that start from a very young age. What most humans desire more than anything in this world, above all else, more than money, fancy cars, or any other item of luxury, is to be loved, to matter, to be understood, and to feel like we truly belong. Narcissists, during the love bombing or ideation stage, portray themselves to their targets as if they are the other's perfect match, their forever sought-out soulmate, seeming to the target as to be fulfilling their greatest desires, handing them what they have been searching for their whole lives on a silver platter, showering them with attention and affection, professing their love, sharing with them their past, and promising themselves for the future. It is within this detonation of the love bomb, in combination with the trauma bonds developed, that keep the survivor holding on long after the love bombing stage is over. What love means to a narcissist, however, is not the same meaning that most would constitute as love or to love another. Because to a narcissist, it's always about them and only them. When the narcissist says, I love you, what they are really saying is, I love what you do for me. I love that you love me. My love is conditional based on if I'm getting what I need from you. Narcissists have a constant need for admiration and attention. They lack empathy for others, and they lack object constancy. Because of this, a narcissist cannot really love you. They don't experience nor do they show love in the same sense that most people do. They aren't concerned with, nor do they care about the happiness of others, except as how it relates to them, their own happiness, and their own needs. Now, some narcissists may seem to find love, but are really only seeking a practical arrangement for their own needs of getting external validation, or they are chasing perfection, and once they see the flaws, they will either end the relationship or seek elsewhere for a backup form of supply. Because for them, love is merely a means to an end. Now, there are instances for which some narcissist, a romantic love may be their only source of supply. In these cases, you are important to them, but not in the means of intrinsic value. You're valuable because you're giving them what they want, what they need. You're important because getting what they need makes them feel good, and when they feel good, it makes it easier for them to look good to the outside world. The love bombing stage in these cases may seem less superficial and more like their love was real. The flip side to this, however, is that the fall from the pedestal that they had you on is often seemingly more brutal, more abrupt, and a hell of a lot longer of a way down. And the fall, well, that's not even the hard part. When you finally land on the rocky, sandy, jagged earth beneath you, that spot that had been strategically picked out by the narcissist to be your designated place of impact, well, rest assured you won't be alone upon landing. Nope, they will be right there to weigh you down with contempt, rage, shame, and fault, blaming you to be the cause of it all, in a continuous effort to further distort your perception and deplete your sense of worth, value, and will, just in case you somehow would have been able to scrounge up enough energy to stand up and brush yourself off after succumbing to the devastating effects of the fall and the blow to your body, mind, and spirit that the impact of landing created. Now, granted, no relationship is perfect. No person is perfect. We all have our flaws, and to be fair, it is not uncommon for most people to put their best foot forward during the early stages of a relationship. Hence why this is often referred to as the honeymoon period. In emotionally mature individuals, this honeymoon persona fades away to acceptance of the other's flaws and imperfections, which ultimately leads way to a deeper, meaningful relationship. For the narcissist, though, the difference between the love-bombing facade and reality isn't a crack. Rather, it's a gaping chasm, a hole into the abyss. When you love someone, it pains you to know they are hurting. When you love someone, you put their happiness equal to your own. When you love someone, you seek to understand them and allow them the freedom to be themselves. You don't invalidate their feelings, dismiss their thoughts, or intentionally overstep their boundaries and values. When you love someone, you celebrate their victories and give credit to their accomplishments. You find joy within their smile and do your best to be the reason for some of those smiles upon their face. When you love someone, you don't turn your back on them when they cry or have sorrow, because to do so would disrupt your own peace. When you love someone, you have their back and you faithfully stand by their side. You have respect for them and you show them respect. When you love someone, you put your faith in them and you have faith in knowing they are trustworthy, dependable, and reliable. When you love someone, you display your love through acts of kindness and genuine praise. You aren't afraid to call them out if they've wronged you, and you take accountability for your own wrongdoings towards them. The narcissist isn't capable of any of this because they aren't able to empathize, because they lack in object constancy, and they can't see you as somebody they love and someone who's angered them at the same time. For them, it's black and white. It's all good or all bad. You're perfect until you're flawed. But above all of these, the real reason a narcissist can't really love you is because in order to do so, love first has to come from within. And as much as they portray to be so proud, so successful, so entitled, so perfect, they are really just empty, insecure, self-loathing, external validation required predators seeking to destroy others in attempt to combat these internal feelings they have about themselves. So not only can they not really love you or themselves, but they rob you of your ability to love yourself by degrading, devaluing, and demoralizing your sense of self and your sense of worth, eventually leaving you lost, confused, and feeling like all hope is gone. This isn't your fault. You didn't ask for this. You didn't genuinely open your heart to them, knowing it was intentionally going to be destroyed. You didn't recognize it because they have mastered manipulating others, because they have systemically messed with your head, not because you're foolish. Look, I know accepting this isn't easy. Admitting out loud that they never really loved you after all that you went through, all of your efforts, all of your pain, that is one son of a bitch of a pill to have to swallow. Who am I kidding? Accepting the reality to any of this fucking sucks balls. But as much as it sucks, and as hard as it is to do, in order to live the life you deserve, a chance at ever having real love, and most importantly, the ability to rebuild your relationship with yourself and to find that love within, you have to accept it. All of it. You have to stop chasing the illusion and holding on to the person you met at the beginning, because it was merely an illusion, a ghost, a fairy tale they implanted in your mind to deceive you as they sought out to destroy you. You deserve so much more. Remember that. Remember who you are. Remember that they picked you, not because you were weak, but because they needed to steal your strength so they could feel strong. They chose you as a target, not because you aren't enough, or undesirable, unworthy, or of no value, but because they were envious of all you had. And robbing you of your best self was necessary and became a challenge so they could feel special and alive. Anyone who deliberately sets out to diminish your worth is not worthy of your love. Stop focusing on them, on the illusion. Start focusing on you. Fight for you. Save you. Love you. Don't let them have victory for your fall. Take back the power. Take back the control. You be victorious on your rise back up and live the life you were born to live and without a doubt deserve. Love yourself. Love yourself enough to be free.